Hey, Chelsea! You'll never guess who I saw coming out of the bargain price supermarket yesterday. You! What the hell are you doing in there?
Hi, Marcia. I regularly shop at that supermarket. What's the problem?
Seriously? You regularly shop at a bargain price supermarket? Oh no, how tragic! Are you joking?
Yes, I do.
Ew, that's so gross! Okay, really, no more joking now. Do you actually shop there all the time?
What's wrong with that?
It's not necessarily that there's anything wrong with it. It's just that... Well, take me, for example. I shop at Freshman's, the #1 luxury supermarket in America. My husband's the manager at a company he works at, so we can afford it. He makes so much money, in fact, that I'm able to be a stay-at-home housewife. Which is why my family has no links to the likes of bargain price supermarkets. Even just saying it makes me feel sick. Places like that are for commoners. We eat the finest ingredients in our household, and they come by delivery too, I might add. By the way, we're having steak and garlic mushrooms for supper tonight. Guess how much the steaks cost? Okay, I'll tell you. $500 each.
That's great. I'm pleased you're able to eat so well.
Right? It's the kind of meal someone poor enough to shop at a bargain price supermarket could only dream of eating. Don't you agree?
Does shopping at a bargain price supermarket automatically make someone poor?
Oh, do forgive my rudeness. Please, don't misunderstand me. It's not like I'm laughing at you and your husband for being a low-income family. Low-income families like you are the backbone of America. Who would work the menial jobs like delivering my steaks if not for good, hard-working poor folk like you? Oh, I'm so sorry, Chelsea. I wasn't trying to be malicious. Oh, the schools are always trying to drill it into us with flyers and emails. Don't you pay any attention? You know, how important a proper diet is for a child's development. If you keep feeding your kids such rubbish, they might grow up to be poor like you. I just wanted to give you a little reminder. I was only thinking of your little ones, really. I hope you understand.
Marcia, I have to go back to work now, so bye.
Oh dear. People who work decent, respectable jobs are getting ready to go home right now. I get it. You have to work overtime to compensate for your husband's pitiful salary.
My client has some circumstances to deal with, and this was the earliest they could schedule today's meeting.
Right. I'm very kind to poor people, you know. So kind, in fact, that I'm willing to go along with that imaginative little story of yours, if that makes you feel a little better.
Goodbye.
Good luck supplementing the finances. I'm rooting for you, sweetie. Dearie me. Chelsea, is everything okay?
What do you mean?
I just saw you coming out of the fanciest burger joint in New York!
Oh, right. Yeah, that was me. I have a reservation there for 6 p.m. tomorrow evening, so I stopped by to say hello to all the staff beforehand since I was in the area anyway.
A reservation? Oh no, this is just tragic! You don't know, do you? That's a luxury burger joint! Politicians and CEOs eat there, you silly girl! This isn't some cheap fast food joint we're talking about! Those are elite burgers for elite people! Do you have any idea how expensive it is? Even just a regular hamburger is worth $1,000! A single patty probably costs more than your monthly salary!
I know the prices. I eat there every year.
What? Every year? Chelsea, darling, you do know that you don't have to try to show off in front of me, right? I accept accepted you for who you are. You may be from a low-income family, but you are still my friend. And I have a duty as your friend to be honest with you. Let's face it, you shop at a bargain-price supermarket. It's not really suitable for you to be eating at a fancy burger joint like that, is it? You don't have to prove anything to anyone, you know.
I'm not trying to prove anything.
If you go through with this, you're not going to be able to afford anything except the sauce collection. Maybe a slice of lettuce or a couple of fries if you're lucky.
It's fine, you don't need to worry about me. I can afford to eat from the regular menu.
Don't be so unreasonable! Oh no, you're not, are you? Surely you don't plan on eating and running off without paying?
What?
You can't do that! I won't allow you to! It's my duty as your friend to stop you going down that path of evil. This might not be a pleasant conversation to have, but someone's gotta tell you.
The path of evil? Isn't that a bit dramatic? You're starting to creep me out now.
There's nothing else for it. I'll take your reservation.
You'll have to do what now?
Listen, here's the thing. I actually tried to book a reservation for tomorrow myself, but I was told that they were fully booked. Then, at the perfect timing, as if it was fate, you tell me you had a reservation just around the time I was planning to go. How does this sound? To save you the financial damage, the shame, and the embarrassment of going to a restaurant you couldn't afford to eat at in a million years, I'll go with my family instead. 2 birds, 1 stone.
It's fine, really.
It's not fine! Surely you don't plan on throwing my kindness back in my face!
Kindness, from my perspective? It just feels like you're trying to steal my reservation.
Steal? How could you say something so awful?
How could it be anything else when you're being so persistent despite me saying no?
Fine! You've had your chance, Missy. I'm done mincing my words with you. That high-class burger restaurant, it is not the kind of establishment a peasant like yourself can afford to eat at. It's for celebrities, politicians, and CEOs. It's for people from the upper echelons of society. The chosen ones like myself. I suggest you give up if you don't want to end up severely embarrassed. And give me your reservation while you're at it.
No.
Excuse me?
I told you, I eat at that restaurant every year. There's a reason for that. Tomorrow is a special day. There's no way I'm gonna let you have my reservation.
How dare you! You're giving me the reservation, and that's final! 1 phone call to the restaurant from me would be all it takes to have you banned for life.
Something tells me you can't do that.
Oh, yes, I can. I can do whatever I want to. I have money. You dare defy me? I'll come down on you with the rage of 1,000 suns, you miserable little wretch. I have connections. I know people. Chelsea, you went inside the restaurant, didn't you? What on earth are you playing at?
Oh, hi, Marcia.
The time for hi has passed. I had your reservation switched over to my name. What are you doing in there? The restaurant's reputation will be irreparably damaged if people find a lowly peasant like you went inside. You'll make an upholstery smell. Hurry up and get out now. Did you go in pretending to be me?
No, I most definitely didn't. I got a phone call from the restaurant asking for confirmation regarding your call about the name change on the reservation. Naturally, I told them it wasn't me and that I didn't want to change my booking. So, here I am, in the seat I booked, just as planned.
What? There is no way for someone from a low-income family to be behaving! Have you no self-awareness? This defies all common sense and decency! Hurry up and get outside!
You want to come in so badly? Why don't you just sit at the bar in the hopes that a table becomes available?
Excuse me? Me sit at the bar? I feel nauseous.
Apparently you can come in without a reservation if you sit at the bar.
That's not the point. You shouldn't be in there. You're poor, your family are poor, your children will be poor, and your filthy peasant aura is going to upset the clientele if you stay even a moment longer. How many times do I have to repeat myself? There are two kinds of people in this world. Those who can afford to eat at luxury restaurants, and those who can't. It's plain as day which category you fall into, so get out!
I don't remember hearing any rules like that.
It's an unspoken understanding. Good grief. To think you can't even comprehend something as simple as that. This is why you're poor. Hurry up and get out! I'll be having your table.
So, I hate to change the subject, but your husband's dining with us as part of our group today.
Huh?
I know you mentioned something yesterday about coming with your family, but if your husband's in here with us, who's the guy you're with right now?
I don't know what you mean.
I can see you out the window. Who's that guy gently caressing your leg? You seem to be really familiar with one another. I can see you really clearly. I'm 100% sure it's you.
My husband's in there?
Yup, he's here.
Why? More importantly, why the hell are you eating with my husband? Anyway, you made a mistake. I'm not doing anything, yes. Don't mind him. He's just a friend. You see, he stumbled and his hand slipped.
Oh dear, you seem to be in quite the panic. Are you okay?
What's going on? Nothing makes sense anymore. Hello? Chelsea? I need to speak with you, please.
Hi, Marcia, what is it?
Why didn't you tell me that my husband is an employee at the company you're CEO of? You didn't go to the fancy burger joint to eat with your family, but for the anniversary celebration dinner of your company's foundation. Oh, I had no idea.
I did kind of get the impression you didn't know.
Of course I didn't. Why didn't you tell me?
It was only today that I found out your husband is one of the managers at my company. I also didn't particularly feel the need to let you know I was a CEO. I mean, it's not like we're that close, is it?
Huh?
Besides, I like keeping my work and private life separate. I only know you through nursery. We only see each other outside the gate sometimes while waiting for the kids to get out. There was no way I was going to tell you about my job unless you specifically asked me. Even if I did, I certainly wouldn't start bragging about my position. My job isn't some tool to be used to feel superior to others.
Oh my god. But why would you shop at a bargain price supermarket if you're filthy rich?
Well, that supermarket has a really good reputation for sourcing fresh, quality ingredients at low prices, which really appeals to me.
What?
Quality ingredients at discount prices. What's not to like? That's our family's policy on food, and I plan on instilling the same values in my kids.
Wait, have you been looking down your nose at me this whole time?
Not at all. I just don't have the time or energy to engage in pointless, egotistical disputes over social status. Anyway, don't you have something more important than messaging me to be worrying about right now?
Huh?
Your husband knows, you know? about the affair?
What have you done? This would have never happened if you just gave me a reservation when I asked!
Even if you got the reservation, do you think you'd have been able to afford the bill?
What? My family has money. Of course I'd be able to pay.
In any case, you should probably be thankful you're not being charged for 40 people's meals.
40 people?
If your attempt at stealing the reservation had succeeded, you would have owed $7,500.
7,500?
Today is the anniversary celebration of the founding of the company, and being that we're fairly large, it was obviously going to be a big event with a sizable budget. You wouldn't have been able to rely on your husband's money, though. What with him being dead set on divorcing you now, would you? Apparently, he's gonna demand compensation, too.
He'd never divorce me.
Is that so? Actually, you know what? Your divorce is none of my business, so I'm gonna leave it there. Good luck to you both. Marcia's confidence in the safety of her marriage was misplaced, and her husband did indeed divorce her. With that, she had no choice but to go and live with her parents. Custody of the kids was handed to her husband due to his stable financials. Marcia's lover was, believe it or not, a college student. It turns out the reason she was so frantically trying to steal my reservation was because it was her boyfriend's birthday. And because she was so desperate to make him like her, she regularly splashed out on lavish restaurants and presents using her husband's money, and even going into debt on top of that. Even more tragically, she had him convinced she was a single CEO. He yelled at her with, what was that cringy line of hers? The rage of 1,000 suns, before breaking up and leaving her crying in the street. She was disowned by her parents, who were just as furious. Between the compensation and child support payments she was ordered to pay in divorce court, on top of the crippling debt repayments, she didn't have a chance of sustaining her expensive lifestyle, and her delusions of being a high-rolling celebrity disappeared with all of her money. I hear she works 3 jobs now. That's gotta be tough.